The Great Peril of Unrestricted Immigration by Henry Cabot Lodge. The injury of unrestricted immigration to American wages and American standards of living is sufficiently plain and is bad enough, but the danger which this immigration threatens to the quality of our citizenship is far worse. That which it concerns us to know, and that which is more vital to us as a people than all possible questions of tariff or currency, is whether the quality of our citizenship is endangered by the present course and character of immigration to the United States. That which identifies a race and sets it apart from others is not to be found merely or ultimately in its physical appearance, its institutions, its laws, its literature, or even its language. These are, in the last analysis, only the expression or the evidence of race. The achievements of the intellect pass easily from land to land and from people to people. The telephone, invented but yesterday, is used today in China, in Australia, or in South Africa as freely as in the United States. The book which the press today gives to the world in English is scattered tomorrow throughout the earth in every tongue, and the thoughts of the writer become the property of mankind. You can take a Hindu and give him the highest education the world can afford. He has a keen intelligence. He will absorb the learning of Oxford. He will acquire the manners and habits of England. He will sit in the British Parliament. But you cannot make him an Englishman. Yet he, like his conqueror, is of the great Indo-European family. But it has taken 6,000 years and more to create the differences thus made by education in a single life, because they do not rest upon the intellect. What then is this matter of race which separates the Englishman from the Hindu and the American from the Indian? It is something deeper and more fundamental than anything which concerns the intellect. On the moral qualities of the English-speaking race, therefore, rest our history, our victories, and all our future. There is only one way in which you can lower those qualities or weaken those characteristics, and that is by breeding them out. If a lower race mixes with a higher in sufficient numbers, history teaches us that the lower race will prevail. The lower race will absorb the higher, not the higher the lower, when the two strains approach equality in numbers. In other words, there is a limit to the capacity of any race for assimilating and elevating an inferior race. And when you begin to pour in unlimited numbers, people of alien or lower races of less social efficiency and less moral force, you are running the most frightful risk that a people can run. More precious, therefore, even than forms of government, are the mental and moral qualities which make what we call our race. While those stand unimpaired, all is safe. When those decline, all is imperiled. They are exposed to but a single danger, and that is by changing the quality of our race and citizenship through the wholesale infusion of races whose traditions and inheritances, whose thoughts and whose beliefs are wholly alien to ours, and with whom we have never assimilated or even been associated in the past. The danger has begun. It is small as yet, comparatively speaking, but it is large enough to warn us to act while there is yet time, and while it can be done easily and efficiently. There lies the peril at the portals of our land. There is pressing the tide of unrestricted immigration. The time has certainly come, if not to stop, at least to check, to sift, and to restrict those immigrants. In careless strength, with generous hand, we have kept our gates wide open to the world. If we do not close them, we should at least place sentinels beside them to challenge those who would pass through. The gates which admit men to the United States and to citizenship in the Great Republic should no longer be left unguarded. O Liberty, white goddess, is it well to leave the gates unguarded? On thy breast fold sorrow's children, soothe the hurts of fate, lift the downtrodden, but with hand of steel stay those who to the sacred portals come to waste the gifts of freedom. Have a care lest from thy brow the clustered stars be torn and trampled in the dust. For so of old the thronging Goth and Vandal trampled Rome, and where the temple of the Caesars stood, the lean wolf, unmolested, made her lair.